What is up, my guys, gals, and non-binary pals? Welcome to stream this fine Tuesday. Not quite evening, for me, at least. Kind of afternoon. Anyway, you know, as the title suggests, we're doing some more Minecraft today, so I'm gonna go ahead and hop into our world and switch us over. I think I want to be on the left side. I can never remember. I don't know why. Also, I have one of these in my mouth right now. So, sorry for the ASMR mouth sounds. Now I believe we left off. We're doing some solid deforestation. Yeah, we've cleared this whole like area, and we did the other side of this bridge too. Like, damn, right up on that hill. That hill over to sort of another hill, and there's like a ravine between. That's where we're making our castle. Not today. We have a lot of wood, because, you know, we cut down an entire forest. So I'm wondering, do we use, like, the wood for something? Or, do we do something else? Like, do we try to continue with the wall? Actually, you know what would be a good idea? Let's continue this line, right? And we'll just do like a height of 1 and just 1 block at a time. And we're gonna head like this way and kind of outline where we want our like castle town and our actual castle to be. Because I also believe that we can continue this little pathway here on that side, leading up to where we're going to have the castle entrance. Yeah, I think we can at least put like an outline for now, and then that way when we go to build it in the future, we kind of know where all the blocks are going. I think that's just gonna help. It's not gonna be the most exciting stream, but it's going to, it's gonna really help us in the long run. Oh my god, look how many apples I have! It's really, it's really gonna help us in the long run to at least know where we're placing things. Yeah. Goodness me. In the meantime, I will randomly come up with things to ramble about. Like last time I rambled about mental health and how you should take care of yourself, and, you know, if the world could just be a nicer place, that'd be great. This time we might, oh, we got mossy cobblestone? Okay, we might take things a little more chill, but who knows? Honestly, like, I'm kind of just going with whatever comes to mind at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4... It looks like we're low on stone bricks. Now, before I just assume that we don't have any, let me check these guys up here. Oh goody, we're like completely out. Okay, so we're gonna have to do this. And we're gonna have to, I know, it's terrible, but we're gonna have to wait. Oh, it's sour. I love sour candy though. It's so good. Oh my god, that's a good... Let's go off on that tangent. How, like, my taste for candy has changed over the years. When I was a kid, you go trick-or-treating, and as a kid, you come up with this brilliant idea at some point in your life that instead of just a tiny little bucket, why don't I bring a freaking pillowcase? Because, like, doesn't that just sound amazing? Filling an entire pillowcase full of candy and whatever else, and then it gets too heavy, so you ask your parents to carry it for you. Which that was my mom's very smart. And so she was like, I ain't carrying it for you. If it's too heavy for you, that's it, we're done, we go home. Because it, like, basically it minimizes the amount of time that she has to be out and about. But also, then she doesn't have to carry anything, right? And in fact, she had a similar rule with, me and my brother when we were, or I guess specifically my brother, because he always collected more rocks than I did whenever we go to, like, beaches and stuff. Now I'm talking, like, rocks that are just kind of in the sand, as opposed to rocky beaches where you're not supposed to collect rocks, because that just ruins the shoreline, whereas these, they're like pebbles, you know, so they're not really gonna do much, you know. I can't guarantee we were perfect, because like I said, we were kids, but I'm pretty sure that anywhere that said, like, please do not take beaches, or do not take beaches from these rocks, do not take rocks from these beaches, my mom would probably be like, we ain't collecting from here. Anyway, so, like, little stone pebbles that we would find while we are at the beach, and my brother would come home with, like, his shorts nearly falling off because his pockets were full of so many rocks. And, like, that's exactly why my mom would be like, yeah, you may only have this if... We're just gonna go real quick and lie down. I think that's a good idea. What do you... It is... What? Is this not a thunderstorm? I'm being deceived. I'm being lied to. I'm being gaslit. This is not plus ultra. Anyways, yeah, rocks collecting, full pockets, shorts nearly falling down. And all of this somehow leads back to trick-or-treating. So, yeah, it's the general rule. And it's actually a really smart rule. It's just like, if you can't carry it, you ain't having it. Now, I wonder if I should go this way with the wall. And also, I wonder how far this way I should go. Actually, this seems like a perfect place for, like, an archway, right? And I think we do. We want to go, like, all the way to here, almost. Right here, and then we want to go this way. Okay. So I'm just gonna, like, mark here real quick with a little stone pebble thing. Actually, hang on. Do I want it to go, like, right up to the edge of this hole? Oh, that sneeze is gonna haunt me. Oh, that sneeze is gonna haunt me for the rest of this, this stream. Oh. My nose hates me now. Yeah, we're gonna go right up to the edge of the hole. Anyway, so, yeah, so, like, pillowcase, story, blah, 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 getting back on track. So as a kid, I'd come home, and, I would have so many candy bars, and whatever, and the first thing I would do, of course, is eat all the chocolate. As much as I possibly could eat, I'd eat all the chocolate. But now, I'm like, I have 3 pieces of chocolate, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna die. I can't do it. No more. Too sweet. Too much. And, like, I don't know if it's just, like, my tastes are changing, or, I don't know if it just like makes me sick, like I have a reaction to it or anything. But I just, as soon as I start to eat chocolate, my body goes, no, stop this nonsense at once. So yeah. Is that a sign of maturity? Who knows? Doubt it. I don't know how I'm gonna do this wall. I think we're just gonna go straight. I think we're just gonna go up and over. I think that's the easiest thing to do in this situation. Otherwise, I don't think it's gonna look that great. And if you're wondering why I'm like just sort of doing like alternating blocks or spaced apart or whatever, it's to give the walls like more texture. Is it dark enough? Can I go sleep now? Yeah, so my favorite candies as a kid, I loved Coffee Crisp. I don't know what it was about it. It was just like my favorite of all time. I think there was a partial bias because I was like, "Ooh, I'm a kid. I'm not supposed to have coffee. I'm being a grown up." But I did genuinely still like it, so I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of like Smarties. It would kind of come and go. And when I say Smarties, I mean like the Canadian Smarties, not the American Smarties. Which, for those of you who don't know, there's like chocolate, like candy covered chocolate, which is Canadian Smarties, and then American Smarties, I think, are like, not sour, but like they're these little hard candies. Which, when you chew them apart, they kind of like turn into dust. Which I did like those for a time. I mean, I did like both. It would kind of come and go in waves, but I was never like overly obsessed with either of them. Yeah, no, just basically anything chocolate. I'd be like, sure, yeah, I'll eat that. And now I can't. But now I love sour candies. I can't tolerate, like, as much as I love sour candies, there's sometimes, where it's, like, too much, like, it actually hurts to put in my mouth. Which is, definitely that's what she said. Don't clip that, please. I beg of you. Oh god. Anyway, yeah, so that's one thing. And I would eat, like, any sour candy if I could tolerate it a bit more. But otherwise, like, I'll still sit and eat, like, sour foods. Or, sour foods? That sounds wrong, too. Don't quote me on any of that. It's kind of the same with, like, spicy foods. These days, my tolerance for, like, spicy food has gone up. I will actively sit and eat, like, a full bag of, like, the sweet chili, chips, the Dorito chips. And I know those aren't, like, the spiciest in the world, but the fact that I can just, like, sit there and eat the whole thing, as opposed to, like, my mom, who can tolerate maybe a bowl and then that's it. At least it gives you, like, some context to my spiceometer. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna make as grandiose of a gate over there as, like, I have here. But what I do want to see is what the width is down there and match it, I think. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then there's like a space like this. Cool. Yeah. So if you've gotten this far into the stream or VOD or whatever, tell me, what's your favorite snack food or like candy or whatever? Maybe if I have time, I'll go into the comments and I'll like rank your responses. But knowing like me and my attention span, I might even forget that I said this, so I'm sorry in advance if I do. Like this kind of thing. 6, and then it goes like this, and then like this. Yeah, that's cool. So there'll be a gate here, which means there'll be another path that goes up this hill. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with all these. If I'm gonna fill them in or maybe make some secret tunnels. But we'll see. And yeah, there'll be maybe a tower here, right? And is that dirt on top of that tree? Huh. Anyway. And then yeah, the castle will be like up on this hill. So as you can see, I still have to take down the rest of the trees on this hill. But I figured we'll do something a little different so it's you know, more for like varied content this stream. It's like, as neat of an idea as this is, I have realized like it's gonna get kind of repetitive pretty fast. Trying to build all this. And that is just kind of part of the challenge. Like, I'm not just building a base, I'm building like a straight up kingdom. I'm also not very handy with making like farms and stuff. My brother keeps saying, oh, you should make an iron farm, and I'm like, or hear me out. We could just go on an adventure and find iron ourselves. Yeah. And I think it's the adventure part and the exploring part of Minecraft that I really love. And I think that's also why I really like open world games. Like the Assassin's Creed series or Breath of the Wild. Jeez. I'm definitely out of it today. Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on this series that I'm doing. Is that I want it to feel, I don't know if like natural is the word that I'm going for, but oh sweet, that's not too far off actually. Yay. But yeah, I wanted it to feel like realistic, like building things as they appear or come to mind, and then it's also kind of reflective of like, well, you know, people settled here and people went about building a kingdom and places to live, and they built things as they needed them, as I've done, like building a blacksmith and you know, a library for my enchanting table and just stuff like that. So that was kind of the vision I had for this series. And a couple of you seem to like it. Like, I get a few thumbs up and views every now and then, and I like to think it's a nice series just to kind of put on in the background. Like, I'm not actively trying to keep your attention or anything. Because I recently discovered that I am the sort of the same way. Like, I like to have a video on in the background while I'm doing other things. There are some videos that are like short and sweet, and I really pay attention to them, and then there are other series that is just perfect for like some background noise. Oh, it's not so bad. Like, that's actually kind of coming together pretty decently. Cool. Yeah, just imagine like this kind of wall is just gonna be all through there. And then you're gonna have a gate. And then you're gonna have like a pathway like this. Oh, that's cool. And we're gonna have houses. I can't wait. And I guess the exciting part of these videos comes from like the fact that I'm doing it on like a normal difficulty, which means like monsters will appear and they'll attack me, I'll fight them, and you know, sometimes I'll win, sometimes I'll lose, and that's kind of the fun part. And I do want to eventually like explore some more. Like, it's been forever since I've been to the end. I haven't been there since they added like not houses, but you know what I mean, like since they updated it, and that was years ago. Like, I kind of defeated the dragon when it was first introduced, and that's kind of it. I never went back, but I also kind of always would make a Minecraft world, play it for a bit, and then I would just end up making a new one eventually. So this is kind of forcing me to finish a world, I guess. You know, it's making me sit down and really think about like, oh, well, what do I want to build? What am I doing next? Kind of stuff like that. And like, I guess it's making me like commit to it. Whoa. That's spooky. We might go, oh, hi. Maybe we'll go look down there in a sec. I just have to decide how far this wall is coming out. Ooh, okay, what if I put it so like the wall comes across this way, right? And then we put stone kind of down either side, and then like a gate. And it's kind of like this has been blocked off, so enemies can't sneak in. Something like that. Hello, my dude. How are you today? Coral block, lily of the valley, vines, lily pad, drip leaf, bucket of tropical fish. Cool. Hey, I don't have any emeralds on me right now, so I can't really do much. My bad. Do, 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 do. Now I do want to see what I've done with this corner. I rounded it. I did. Alright, I do kind of this thing. Perfect. So I can do the same. Over in that corner. The other nice thing about this series is it kind of like forces me to really slow down and interact with and like engage with you guys. Just sort of take things easy, you know? It gets me more comfortable with the idea of just sitting here and chatting. Which is a good thing, honestly. Especially if I want to do this type of thing more often. Which I do. Now what's going on with this? I think it's supposed to look like that. Sorry, it's just like this little thing that's been bothering me. Just the dirt or stone, whatever, popping up kind of where it shouldn't be. That just makes things look a bit cleaner. I can't wait to build this gate. It's gonna look sick. And then that leads me to wonder if I should put something here. I love that you can see our Christmas tree. I don't remember what day I streamed that, but we did it around Christmas time, and unfortunately like the VOD got deleted. That's okay, because I kind of had like some trolls come in the chat, and it wasn't like the nicest stream for about not an hour, I guess like 45 minutes of them kind of popping in and out. But it was a fun opportunity, like a fun little thing that we did on stream. So that's okay. Basically, I just forgot to save the VOD to YouTube. And then I kind of realized, you know, just some kids coming in and like, I don't want to say being kids, but just being immature, you know? And so I figured, why immortalize it anyway? It's not a huge loss, like losing that VOD. Didn't really want to like encourage that type of behavior by saving it anyway. And so kind of a combination of my forgetfulness and fate was just like, not worth saving. I am glad I enchanted this pickaxe though, because it's making life like a hell of a lot easier. Ah, why? I was enjoying this peace and tranquility, and you just had to show up and scare the fuck out of me. And also give me an accent for no reason. Ooh. I don't know if I'm the only one who does this. And in fact, I don't think I am. I think I've heard stories of other people doing this. But do you like ever when you're just alone in the house or apartment or wherever you live and you like, I don't know, you're bored, you're kind of talking things out loud like with yourself, walking yourself through it, whatever. And then you just randomly decide to start talking kind of weird. And by weird, I just mean outside of your usual way that you talk. I'm not even trying to imitate a specific accent. I'm just like... I'm just like, whatever. Just talking to myself. Yeah, so that's kind of like what I do every so often. Or do you ever come up with like scenarios in your head, like you're on like The Price is Right or something? And you're imagining in your head like what you would say, what you would do. You imagine yourself like winning a bunch of money. Sometimes the other thing I love doing this, is whenever I'm cooking, in my head, I pretend that like I'm on MasterChef or something. And I go and I like plate the dish and I make it look nice and I try to add like spices or something to the dish to make it more than just like, I don't know, the bare minimum for what the recipe calls for. And I pretend like I'm plating it and whatever. And then sometimes I pretend that you know, I'm getting like feedback and I'm going like, yes, chefs. Or I'm or I've done really well and it's like, look at how well this is plated and blah blah blah. And I'm not like a good chef or anything. I mean, yeah, what I cook is edible, but I wouldn't say it's like restaurant worthy, you know? I mean, according to my brother, I make like a killer craft dinner. But most of what I cook is just like half of it is pre-made and then the other half I just slather like some barbecue sauce or something on it and I'd be like, yeah, that'll taste good. And I know I overcook chicken. But I'm also paranoid like that I'm gonna undercook it and I don't want us to get sick. So I kind of figure in my head, I'm like, alright, well it's better if it's overcooked than it's undercooked. I'm getting better though. Like I'm you know, the more you cook, the more you get like timing down. So I'm like proud to say, you know, compared to the first time I cooked chicken by myself, my most recent attempt was actually kind of still, you know, juicy and it wasn't like, oh yeah, this is clearly dry. Um But that's just like, that's the same for everything. Okay, not to get off on like a weird, not weird, but like not to go off on like a weird lecture or tangent or whatever. But honestly, it's the same for everything. Practice makes perfect, and in fact, the sooner you abolish the idea of being perfect, the better off you'll be. At least that's been like my experience with it, is if you just, you know, do your best and you go in and you be like, yeah, this is like, if you're set reasonable expectations for yourself and you just go, yeah, this is my first time cooking this and it's probably not going to turn out great. It's fine. You know, literally when you're learning how to cook and you're just kind of cooking for yourself, you just have to go, this just has to be edible. Like, that's it. That's the bare, like, literally the bare minimum is just, I need to be able to eat this. And I think if more people went about, looking at life like that in general, I think it would just help so many people who are just struggling with, people who are just too hard on themselves. And honestly, I only say that because I'm the same way. It took me for a long time. I beat myself up over not being able to edit every single Minecraft stream that I put out, because I really wanted to produce like good videos that people are gonna watch all the way through and blah blah blah. And at this point, I've just kind of realized, yeah, I don't have time to edit every single thing I put out. I just don't. Nor do I have like the money to hire someone to do it for me. So I'm just gonna be me, kind of do my thing, and really just hope for the best. And like there's this whole thing about like making content and being afraid of like cancel culture and stuff like that, you know? And that's a valid concern. Anyone who starts off making content, or at least anyone who has even like the slightest amount of anxiety, like me, not that I have the slightest, I have a lot of anxiety, but you know what I mean. Like if anyone has just anxiety in general, your thoughts when making content is probably going to be somewhere along the lines of, oh no, what if I say something and I get canceled? Which I certainly had to struggle with for a long time, because I'm like, I'm never going to intentionally say something. But what if I accidentally say something? And it's either taken the wrong way, or it's just because I'm uneducated and I don't like know that this is a bad thing. Stuff like that. And it really did kind of kill my will to make content for a long time. Or it would make me like dread going live, so I just kind of wouldn't. Or I would just like record everything offline so I can edit it. And I kind of like came to this realization recently that instead of being scared of these moments happening and just kind of disappearing and hiding from it, instead, what if I like embraced it? What if I do say something that is considered to be offensive? And what if instead of going like, oh, I didn't know, you guys are treating me so unfairly, instead I just change my attitude and I go, oh, well, could you like teach me more? You know? And then, I learn more. And then the people who watch my videos learn more as well. And I think that's just it. I think learning to be like patient with people is a good skill that we need to have, and also a balance of, not taking things personally when someone's offended with something you say, especially if you didn't intend it to be offensive, and you just kind of learn from it instead. That's what I want to go forward with. Like, I want to have this mentality of like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know like X, Y, and Z, but thank you for telling me, because now not only do I know better, but so do the people watching me. So does like my audience. And that's, it all comes back to like, that's the type of community I want to build. People who want to learn how to be kinder people. And that's it. That is it. That is the baseline of what I want to build. It's just a community who are all working together to, you know, build like not a safe community per se, because you can't really control that. You never know what's going to trigger who, but a community that you know, is just patient and kind and accepting. And obviously the priority is to do that through content, you know, make like feel good content, content that people like to watch, content that, you know, people can put on after they've had a long day, just kind of wind down. But also like I make mistakes and what I make isn't going to be perfect. And it's just a learning opportunity. All of this is also part of like a coping mechanism for me. Reiterating this, stating this out loud, saying like, here are my intentions. That way you guys don't have to guess what I'm trying to do or say or whatever. It's definitely like my anxiety talking, being like, hey, if I lay down the rules now, like clear as day, then hopefully it's really freaking obvious in the future, you know, what my intentions and priorities are. And yeah, and then it's just less of a headache for everyone involved. Because, you know, if you guys kind of get to know me and like my headspace, and I don't mean like in a parasocial way, like if you get to know like the type of community that I'm building, I guess, or that I want to build, then hopefully you'll be a bit more patient if I make like slip ups, you know, and I go like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know like X meant this. And we just kind of grow together from there. Hopefully that makes sense. And hopefully, you know, like a year from now or something, we'll have a community that just kind of is kind and accepting. And, you know, we'll just have a community that's known for, being really like, yeah, like really kind and accepting and patient and understanding. Because at the end of the day, you know, the thing that's really easy to forget on the internet is that the person you're talking to or watching or typing with or arguing with on Twitter is just another person. And I don't want to say like everyone deserves benefit of the doubt, because obviously if, you know, they're on the internet and they're like, you know, I can't think of a better another example other than like, you know, they're promoting like being a hate speech or anti-Semitism or stuff like that, you know what I mean? If they are actively and knowingly doing something like that, then it's a different story of someone who's just ignorant, who doesn't understand. And so I do want to stress as well that if you come across someone who is kind of refusing to learn, then like don't waste your time with them. Your mental health and safety online and your space that you build for yourself is more important than trying to argue and argue and argue with someone who doesn't want to change their mind. That is another healthy boundary that I want you guys to set for yourselves, and then I'm trying to set for myself as well, because you can only argue with someone so much before you kind of get to a point where you're like, okay, me arguing with them is really only making them like reaffirm their own beliefs more. rather than actually making a difference. And so it's at that point where you kind of just have to step back and accept, like, it's, it's not happening. We're not gonna be able to change someone's mind. And I strongly believe in just kind of blocking and moving on as being like a super healthy way to engage with you or to curate your online experience. Like I want you guys to feel safe, and it's unfortunately not within my power to curate your experience. All I can really do is like, set these rules for my community and do my best to enforce them here. But in other places on the internet, it really does come down to like, it's up to you guys to take a step back when you need it. And the awesome thing I've seen about from like other streamers my age or close to my age, they've all been setting this really healthy standard too of making their own audience kind of take a step back and remember that ultimately streamers are strangers to their audience. Like, you guys don't and shouldn't know where I live, because that's my personal business and my personal space, and it is a bit like, like this is I guess for some people, not quite me yet, but I hope for it in the future, hence why I'm kind of setting up the mentality now. This is a job to a lot of people online. And it is like a workspace. And when you go to work and you don't really know your coworkers that well and you're not really friends, you're just kind of coworkers. And then it's one step further back from that. Like, the customers are definitely not your friends, and definitely don't know you as well as your coworkers do either. So it's kind of like, some streamers have just pure streamer friends, and those are kind of like their coworkers. And then others have, like, maybe you make like really close friends with someone you work with, and then your relationship changes a bit. But that's ultimately what it is. And so I'm not saying like you guys are like customers, because it's a bit different from that. Because it's like I'm a one-man Tim Hortons, right? And you come in and I know some of your orders. I think I would know like your regulars, and we would go from there. But it's not like I'm gonna be like, hey guys, you want to come over to my house and have a barbecue? It's like, it's not quite the same. And I hope I'm expressing things correctly. And all of this is to say, like, it's not even necessarily my community, because I don't really have a very big community yet. But this is just an example, like, from what I've seen from bigger streamers. And I think it's a really, really healthy to set that, relationship dynamic right off the bat of, like, we don't really know each other that well. Anyways, I have no idea where I'm going with this anymore. I went completely off on a different tangent, but I just wanted to say, like, I really appreciate and I like this dynamic that I've been seeing a lot of Twitch streamers doing to just sort of set healthier boundaries online. That's what it was. That's where it came from. It was from, like, what you guys can do to set healthier boundaries and what Twitch streamers are doing to set healthier boundaries. And I think that's a really good thing that lots of people kind of my age and, like, around my age have started doing, is learning to set healthier boundaries with the internet. And, like, people they do or even, like, don't know. Whether it is a streamer or it's whether it's a streamer or it's like someone, like a complete stranger online. I have seen a shift recently in streamers, and I think the rest of the internet is gonna slowly follow, like that example. Yeah, and that's something I've been learning too, and I've kind of already gone into that, like, yeah, like it's okay to set boundaries for yourself, and that's that. I think that's everything that I was gonna say on that subject because it kind of got a little derailed and I kind of lost track of what I was saying. But what it boils down to is just setting healthy boundaries for yourself, and content creators setting healthy boundaries and expectations between themselves and their audience. And there you go. um, I think that's everything I was gonna say. Yeah. And I'm trying to think, like, do I want to build a sort of bridge, like a rope bridge here? Or, because I kind of have a gate forming right there. I also kind of want, like, I don't know, I think I have some terraforming I need to do to make this look a bit nicer, so be patient with me as I figure this out. Is that far enough? Not quite. However, like this. Do. Da da. Um. Mhm. Yeah, I think something like that works, and I'll just like build this in here. Okay. That's gonna go like that. Wow, this is gonna look crazy. Like, look at that. You're gonna have this wall there, and just wow. Alright, no, I did say I was gonna try and pick like a lighter topic of conversation compared to my last stream, and I kind of ended up just going off on a similar topic that I already discussed, but I also think is a very important topic, hence why I ended up kind of reiterating it. But I think we can talk about, I don't know, I'll talk about something. I'll figure something out. We'll get there eventually. I don't know. I don't really want to like talk about Tears of the Kingdom right now, because I feel like there's gonna be so much time in the future to talk about it, especially over the next few weeks as it comes out. Actually, holy shit, when does it come out? Today's the 2nd. It comes out in 10 days. Oh, Jesus! That's crazy. If you're wondering why I'm looking this way, it's because that's where my calendar is. Yeah, I can tell you a bit about my plans for streaming Tears of the Kingdom, though. If you've noticed, By which I mean you can probably scroll through some of my VODs just to take a look, or anything like that. I tend to stream initially like it was 1 to 2 hours. Now it's more like 2 to 3. So for Tears of the Kingdom, depending, okay, if I get hooked, which I anticipate that I will, or I am anticipating that I will, I think what I'm gonna end up doing is because, oh my god, when I first played Breath of the Wild, I got so hooked. I think I played for 6 hours every day or more. So I thought, okay, it's gonna kill me because I have to be a content creator and I have to be responsible with this, and I want to play on stream with you guys. So, what I'm gonna do, is stream for you broke my armor, bro. I like my armor. Anyway, before we were rudely interrupted by the armor breaking menace, I'm going to stream Tears of the Kingdom, which for some reason me saying that reminds me of, or saying it like that reminds me of, I can't remember the name. Why am I blanking? Why am I blanking? It's like one of my favorite movies of all time. Why am I blanking on the name? But me talking like this reminded me of that scene from Word the Princess Bride? Princess, is that what it is? Anyway, well, he's just like, marriage. And I actually have a fun story about that, but we'll get to that later if I remember. Anyway. Anyway, focus. What was I saying? Focus. What was I saying? Tears of the Kingdom. Yes. Yes. As you can see, Chico Burr. Anyway. Tears of the Kingdom. I will be streaming for 3 hours. Then I take a break at my usual time for supper, for dinner, for the food, and then I come back and stream for another 3 hours. And that's what I was thinking. Because I've noticed like a lot of people tend to stream kind of later. And there's a couple of people who kind of used to come in when I would stream Overwatch in the evenings, and I haven't really seen them around that much. So I thought, hey, it might be a good opportunity to bring some of those viewers who, or even my friends really, who are like working and can't, watch my streams at the usual time. Actually, hang on. Reason I made this is okay. Yes. Anyway. So I figured, you know, it gives me a little extra time, or a different time in the evening, to have some people come and watch. It also gives me like a chance to see if I like streaming in the evening after dinner, as opposed to my usual time, which is usually like just before, like a couple hours before. And yeah, I figured why not change it up a bit, experiment, see if it works for me. If it isn't working for me, odds are what I'll do is like I'll keep that up until, hype, I don't want to say hype for the game has died down, but like, I'll probably keep it up to the end of May, is what I'll do. And then I'd go back to my regular hours, but I would still play Tears of the Kingdom. I just, you know, won't stream it as aggressively. I just think that I'm gonna want to play this game a lot, and because I'm trying to make content out of it, I'm not gonna be able to just sit and play it freely as much as I would normally do. So I'm trying to find balance between, you know, man, I really want to play this game, and also, well, it would be kind of like weird if my playthrough of the game just suddenly went from like, I don't know, let's say I find the first tier and suddenly I'm at like the third. And I don't know if that's how like the game's gonna work, but I think it's a pretty solid guess at this point. That we have to find these tiers. Or hear me out. I think it'd be really cool if, like, let's say you have to go to each of the different kind of regions, like Gerudo Desert, Zoro's Domain, and like you team up with, like, let's say you team up with Sidon, and you go maybe underwater or whatever dungeon is created for Sidon's quest, let's say. And you find the tier with Sidon, and then Sidon gets it at the end because he is the one chosen to wield it or something. And I'm beginning to wonder if in the end, if Link even gets a tier of his own. Or if his role as the hero is simply to guide people who, like, the tiers are destined for. If that's kind of his goal as, like, the hero, is to, like, reunite these people with, these tiers. And originally I thought, well, maybe he doesn't get one because, you know, he has the Triforce of Courage, Zelda Wisdom, and I don't know if Ganon's gonna be fully in this one or not, because actually, he might be. The reason why I say he might be is because, you know, I think there's a very good chance that we're gonna get flashbacks with him in it, and I think that's what we've seen. But also, I think he'll be present in these flashbacks as well as in the present time. In his dehydrated form, as everyone, oh my god, as everyone's been dubbing it, which I think is freaking hilarious. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna do this, eh? And what I was thinking is, what if I took this? Oh, actually, hang on, I have an idea. Which I might not need these logs for in the end. Yeah, if we left this open, because I think logically, if there were, like, enemies of this town trying to invade them, right? They probably won't come up like a steep, sheer cliff like this. I would imagine. So we just sort of leave this open. Yeah. Anyway, Okay, so initially I thought Link might not get it because he would have a part of the Triforce, but then I saw, you know, like Zelda has it here. As does, I think it's her in the past counterpart, like a past version or reincarnation of past incarnation of Zelda. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, she's Hylia, she's Hylia." I don't think she is. Like she is, but she isn't, you know? Like she's obviously has like the goddess's bloodline and is a reincarnation, but isn't actually Hylia herself. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm open to anything. It's just from like the theories and stuff and the ideas that I've seen. I'm not sure she will be Hylia herself. But again, we'll see. It's kind of exciting to find out. Yeah, so I don't know if Link is gonna end up with a tear or not, or if his power is just plain and simple going to be the Master Sword. Do I still have a bed up here? I do. I may as well sleep then. What was I gonna grab? I don't think I need anything. Oh. No. What I needed was stone. I'm almost out of stone too, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm kind of running really low. So we may have to go into the mines at some point. Ooh, to get more. Oh yay, these paintings are back to the way they were. That's better. Yeah, I realized I didn't have my resource pack on that one time. I felt very uncomfortable without it. Anywho, yes. Tears of the Kingdom. It'll be interesting to see. I can't remember if there were 7 or 6 that we saw in that one trailer. Okay, give me a sec. I have to look this up now. Seven. There are 7. Okay, perfect. So here's my thought. All right. You've got each of the 4 new champions, and then you have Link, Zelda, Ganon. 7 tiers. And I think I recently watched a theory, which I think you guys, I can't remember who made it, but I think it was titled something like, who is the 8th maiden or something like that. But there are statues put up by the Gerudo. 7 of them. And then there's like the mysterious 8th, which is hidden away. And someone pointed out that they think that Zelda goes back in time and like helps fight the original 7 or alongside the original 7, but you know, they didn't want anyone to know that Zelda had traveled back in time, because if you do, like, maybe that's their upper hand, right? And if you reveal that information, then, I don't know, someone can do something to stop it. So, they secretly built a shrine to her, or like a statue in her honor, but they didn't want anyone to know about it. And I thought that was, like, really smart, like a really smart theory. And I think it is called, like, the secret of the 8th maiden or sage or something like that. And I do, like, highly recommend you look it up on YouTube and go take a look. it just seemed really, like, it seems, it's such a good theory. It is such a good theory. I'm gonna do a tower here. Then this is gonna be the middle, right? And you're gonna have a platform of 3 on either side. So I probably want it to be at least a width like that. So I don't know how it's gonna look down there. Okay. I think unfortunately what I'm gonna have to do is just move this over. But before I do that entirely, let's go take a look here at what I can do with this. If I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it's not really gonna be a tower, it's just gonna be like a wide something, maybe like a, oh, it could be like an armory or something. Cool, I like that idea. 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, but that is gonna put the wall. Actually, the wall could be like here, it goes down like that. Maybe it kind of like zigs this way or something. We'll go with it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Oh, although, what if I brought it to like the edge, like this? Do, 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 do. Da, 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 da. Yes, okay. We are figuring it out. One painfully slow step at a time. 1, 2. Which means the wall's gonna go here. Yeah, the wall's gonna go there, and then that's gonna go down. This. Beautiful. Something like this. And that goes over here. Alright. Oh, we did it. Yeah, so I stream Tuesdays and Thursdays currently, but I'm Like, I occasionally put Sundays into the mix. Just right now it kind of depends on how I'm feeling. And I haven't really been feeling up to Sundays lately. Especially because I've been, like, so freaking just busy. Constantly with, like, just a variety of things. Family related, friends related, and just anything, like, even work related, like content and writing and whatever. Um, so pretty much, my weekends, which used to be my free time, and then I kind of made Sundays and Mondays as my weekends instead. Um, Everything's like slowly shifted around to the point where I kind of just don't have free time anymore. So that's why I've just been reclaiming my Sundays a little bit to myself instead. So I just have some time to breathe. Which is why I haven't been streaming as much. But since Tears of the Kingdom is hopefully just gonna be like your average playthrough where I don't have to think that much about it. I can just kind of go and play it and have fun. That will help so much, and it'll just be nice and relaxing. And I can hopefully stream more of that. The other thing is I have a lot coming up this May, which is both a good and a bad thing, because on one hand, like, it's a lot of, it's gonna take up a lot of time. I'm gonna be super busy, and I'm probably gonna be a little burnt out by the time June comes around. So that's on one hand, but on the other hand, it's a lot of, like, really fun things that I'm gonna get to do this month that I've been looking forward to all year. Including going to a convention. So that's gonna be fun. And I'm going to the convention with some friends who, like, we run a YouTube channel together, so we're probably gonna make a vlog out of that, and it'll be fun. It'll just be some good, like, classic fun times. Yeah, I'm not even gonna look at my calendar right now because there's so much on it. But I think just about every weekend this month. Cease and desist. Just about every weekend this month is busy for me, unfortunately. Like, I think I have one weekend where I'm actually gonna be able to stream. Maybe two. So I'll just have to wait and see. But I really want to stream, like, Tears of the Kingdom for you guys, so I'm gonna do my best. Anyways, yeah, so this is, I guess it's gonna be like an armory. Like, we'll have a display of everything in here, which would be cool. Give it, like, a little roof. Matches that. And this brings us to castle, pretty much. I don't know if I'm just gonna stop the wall there, I guess, and leave this open. Or maybe we'll have something, like, I don't know, floating here. I'll have to see what I decide to do. We still have some though, so we can work on the rest of the wall this way. Let's just see how far we get. Is that all the wood in there? I think so. Okay. we're gonna go down here. Shh. No zombies. No. Oh, I just got another idea. I don't know how far most of you are gonna make it into this video, but some of you. The rare, dedicated few, or perhaps those of you who are just listening to me in the background. Which, you know, I appreciate you guys. Even if you watch like only 5 minutes of my videos, or 50, or whatever. It's cool to think that, you know, someone was like, let's give this a try. Maybe I'll like it. That's it. That's all I ask. So yeah, it's super neat of you guys to give a small channel like me a chance. And I just, you know, you are the ones that, I guess are like the foundation of the channel. I mean, obviously there's no channel without me, but also, without anyone, you know, giving me a shot or trying to watch my content, there's not really much I can do. There's not really, I guess, a point for me to do it other than to entertain myself, but I can also just entertain myself by playing offline. So, yeah, I think you get the point of what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like, it's really cool that, you know, you can just come out here and be like, hey, I like this game, and I'm gonna watch a random person play this game. It's cool. Whether you're watching me for me or because you like Minecraft, either is totally fair and valid, honestly. Now, I'm just, I don't know if I have time to get into deforestation this episode. But I really want to see what I'm working with over here. So, guess we're gonna go... Wait, was that all my iron? Don't tell me that's all my iron. Oh no, that was all my iron, isn't it? Oh. Okay, so I guess what we're gonna do for the rest of this next 30 minutes or so is I'm gonna go down into the mine. Try to get some more iron. And in fact, this can come with me. Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm good with exploring. In fact, we can go explore like the tunnels over there. I think that'd be fun. Yeah, we're we're completely out of iron. Jeez, that like never happens. That's crazy. So let's just put this away. And put dirt here. And I think this all goes in here. Wonder, Trader dude, you scared the fuck out of me? Why are you here? Yeah, you. I'm talking about you. We should be good with that. In fact, you know what? I'm tired of not having my furnace here anymore, so... I think we're just gonna have to do this for the sake of it. All right. All right. Yeah, so, for those of you who made it this far, I think I'll tell you a little bit about, this book that I'm working on. I don't know how interested you guys are in, like, fantasy and blah blah blah, but if you're watching this series and you kind of get the vibes that I'm putting down in this world, then maybe you know that I like fantasy. I love, love, love things like Lord of the Rings and obviously Legend of Zelda. But also, I like creating my own fantasy worlds too. So I'm working on one right now, which I've even trying to draw a map, for once. Like that's how far I'm getting into it. And I really want this book to kind of capture like the essence of I won't say it'll be as like quite as ambitious as Lord of the Rings. But sort of that feeling of like, oh, I'm in a completely different world that I just want to explore and see more about, but also, you know, oh god, there's a lot of you guys down here. Ooh. That's it. Blow up. Nope, come on. Take him with you. Oh, I'm about to die. Oh, well, this is fine. Yeah, so that's kind of the thing. Like, I have a bit of an ambitious project in mind, and the reason why it's ambitious is because I'm just writing it by myself completely. I do like eventually want to have a designated editor that I hire and work together with. But obviously, like, that isn't in the plans for right now. So instead, my friends have been like, oh, kind enough to offer to like beta read and stuff, which is just such a huge help, and I'm so lucky to have friends like that. And like obviously like we'll work out something, like I'm gonna compensate them in some way. Oh, hi buddy. Anyway. Who knows? Maybe by the time this book is ready to leave my hands, and be edited or looked at or whatever, I'll be in a different financial situation, so I can just go like hire an editor. I would love to do that. I think my writing would really benefit from that. Because like as much as I have written so much in my life, most of which is admittedly fan fiction, but I've always tried to keep myself to like a high enough standard to put out something that I'm like really proud of. And it's only been me for so long I think I would really benefit from having someone else, like, look at my work, you know? Oh, I'm gonna die here, probably. Unless I get lucky. These apples just aren't cutting it, man. Yeah, no, I could probably, like, I could really benefit from having, someone else look at my work and kind of give me feedback and be like, oh, I notice you tend to do this a lot. You know, what if you try doing something else instead? And so that's my plans for this book, is to have more eyes other than my own look at it. But yeah, I want it to be a very Lord of the Rings feeling to it, where you're just completely transported to another world that has its own, like, rules and customs, and you're kind of just thrown in, and you learn a little more about it as you go along. And originally I was just writing it from one person's point of view, but I've actually kind of decided to challenge myself and make two main characters. I don't know at what point, like, or for what reason I decided this is what I want to do. Yeah, that's just kind of what happened. And it's been interesting so far. Like, I'm trying to keep the timing and, like, the pace between the two different main characters the same. So, you know, the same amount of time passes, and, you know, it's not super confusing, I guess. Actually, before I fight you, let's get this out. There we go. You're next, buddy. Cool. Alright. Look, guys, she used her shield! Oh my god! I just, like, never use a shield. If anyone... If this is the first video you've decided to watch, one thing you should know about me is that I'm a Minecraft boomer, and my brain is really bad at wrapping around change and new concepts. So the fact that they put a shield into the game, just, I haven't really done anything with it until this series. So now you know. Anyway, look at all the coal. Which is good, 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 good. Gonna need this. And then we want to find iron as well. But yeah, I'm trying to really think through, like, the history of this world. And because, you know, in, like, Lord of the Rings, you've got obviously this past battle that happened, which leaves, you know, like, dwarves and elves bitter towards each other, and I'm kind of summarizing this really badly, so it's not exactly accurate to what I'm thinking of, but I don't remember 100% of the details, so, I think you kind of get what I mean, though. Like, there's a history. There's stuff that happened before the story that is being told, and that kind of enriches the world. You know, it gives characters more motivation, because you're like, ah, well, this person doesn't like this person at first because this. And then later they, like, grow, you know, and learn that, you know, that the person's just actually not that bad. And just stuff like that. So I've been trying to think like, well, what kind of preset, um, character traits can I, introduce before the events of the story? Kind of world history can I put in, and things like that. Whereas I think in my other series, what I did was I was like, well, it takes place in our world, so, you know, things that happen in our world, that's this book. You already know it. So it is, in one hand, it's like a bit more challenging. On the other hand, it's actually a bit easier. Because when I was writing my first book, I was writing it from, like, you know, my point of view kind of thing on the world. And, you know, my experiences, which are not the same as everyone's. And so, like, I found myself not really explaining, but kind of like erasing bits and pieces and not actually exploring their world as much as I initially would have liked. Because I'd be like, oh, well, maybe such and such, like, maybe some people don't get this reference, maybe some people don't get that reference. And I even had one of my books, I had, my mom volunteered to read. And she read the whole thing through, and she'd be like, well, I don't understand what you mean by X. And I was like, oh. Okay, well, good to know. And just, you know, stuff like that. And yeah, it's just, I think it'll be both harder, but also a better experience, like, overall, for me to just build my own world. And that's kind of what I like about, like, fiction anyway, is being able to just get lost in a completely different world for a bit and take you out of this one. Just escape. It's just sort of like a break. That's kind of why I used to write fan fiction, and now why I want to write fiction. Is it's just fun. Like, it's just fun to imagine what a world could be like. And yeah, so this kind of took a less of a here's what I'm working on and more of a like here's why I'm working on it this way. But I think you guys get it. Like, why else do we as like a species create shows or movies or whatever that don't tell real life stories? If not for just the pure enjoyment of it. So now that definitely got a little more like deep and philosophical than I meant it to with that question. But I mean, it's true, like there are some people who can't be bothered with fiction and whatever, right? Because they're like, well, why would I want to read this if it's not true? And I get that. I get why some people would think like that, I should say. But for me personally, I'm like, nah, man. It is so much more fun to, like, let's, like, pretend that you're a Hylian and you have to save, or you and a princess have to save the world from, evil itself. Like, it just sounds so cool. Is that a chain? Do we have... We have Mineshaft. Ladies and gentlemen, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, we have a Mineshaft. Which we have enough time to go explore. Actually, Before we get too carried away. First things first. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna build this. Ta-da! I'm gonna do this. And this. And I'm gonna go get some food that's, you know, a little bit better than just a bunch of apples. And then we can go and explore down there. I love how the whole point of that was to try and make axes. And we don't even have any iron left over to make an axe. I mean, pickaxes though. So I guess that's a good thing. I guess. Actually, what is swap item with offhand. Okay. So like if I wanted to do like this. Oh, I think that's gonna make life so much easier because I can just do this now. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we have a strat. Now let's go make food. Or rather, let's go get food.
Huh?
Wandering trader is gonna throw me for a bit. Where's my mob drops? Boop 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 boop. That's probably fine. I'm gonna put the apples away. Take steak with me. To make more food too. Oh well. Whatever. Excuse me, this is fine. Hello. Ignore the llamas I stole from your friend. I don't know what you're talking about. This is also a good chance to get experience. For, when we eventually want to enchant our pickaxe and everything. I think I have 2 diamond pickaxes waiting. Actually, one has silk touch, I think. No. Yeah? No. Maybe. One has something, and the other doesn't. I'm pretty sure that's how that goes. That could have been really bad. Anyway, it's fine. We're fine. Everything is fine. There's no need to panic. No, silly. I'm plastic. That's what that reminded me of. If I take you guys down with me, please tell me I'm not going to regret it. I need some steak. Some steaks. Okay. Wish me luck. Wish me luck. Pretty please. da, 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 Oh, of course. Of course you would be right there. Yep. Yep. Nope. Saw it coming. Oh, hello. Oh, what the fuck? That's not fair. That's not fair. Okay. 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 We've landed. We've landed. I repeat. The eagle has landed. It's me. I'm the eagle. Now. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Right? Yeah. Yeah. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? Nothing. That's right. You suck. You suck. Alright. Who's next? Oh. You, huh? Uh-huh. Woo! It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. It's okay. Shh. 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 Everything's fine. Everything is awesome. Everything is fine. Is that meme dead yet? Oh my god, look at all the iron though! Look at all the iron! The iron! Oh, you have an enchanted bow. Oh, can I have it? Oh, you didn't drop it. Okay. Okay. Look at the dripstone. Yo! We found a sick cave. Wait. What the fuck? Oh, please don't be a cave. Please don't be what I think you are. Oh good, you're just a regular spider. I can deal with regular spiders. No. Mind, sir? Do you mind not hurting me while I'm trying to kill you? Oh, that was just the arrow falling. Fuck, man. Why? I kind of wish you could pick up the, arrows that skeletons drop. As far as I remember, you can't. But, like, it would be cool, though. God. I don't like that. I don't like that. No likey. Oh, are you down here? Oh, of course. Of course. Oh, don't mind if I do. Oh, I didn't mean to fall. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is bad. Ooh, bad. Bad, bad. Not good. Not good. Well, that works. Is there a spawner over here? Is that why there's so many of you? No? Boo. That's lame. Boo. Boo. Oh, that's... I hear an Enderman. We're just gonna back up. Thank you. Goodbye. I'm kind of out of torches, and I want to go mine the rest of that iron, so we are definitely not leaving because I don't feel like fighting. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Oh my god, look how dark it is still. Uh. Oh, I didn't need that much. Okay. Well, we will have a lot of iron. That was, indeed the goal. I would say we have succeeded. This is, it's a little spoopy. It's just a little spooky. That's not what I wanted. Okay. I would say we've conquered this cave pretty good. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Maybe I'll try and find another way down there, or maybe we'll follow. Whoa! Look how cool it looks. Damn. Oh, I realized the other day, I was replaying this on mobile because I was seeing how everything, like, sounded and looked and whatever, and I realized it's a little dark. So I'm so sorry if you guys can't see anything, like, really well. I can see, like, everything in front of me just perfectly, but I was mildly irritated by the fact that I couldn't see anything when I was watching on my phone. So if that's in fact the case for you guys, I don't know, maybe I can try and tweak some settings in the future. Oh. What is that? I've never heard of that before. That seems really cool. Fire aspect? Does that set, like, people on fire? Like, that's cool. That sounds really cool. I have a total normal reaction to being able to set things on fire. I just, you know, it's exciting. And burn stuff. See? Totally normal reaction. Also, I want to do something, like, I want to do a rail project at some point. I want to make a tunnel. Oh, hi. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why did you suddenly get super speed? But yeah, I want to make like a tunnel to somewhere. Maybe to the village. Maybe further than that. Who knows? God, I can... The fact that I can hear them nearby, I don't see them, worries me. But before I go too far, I don't want to get lost. I may already be, maybe? No, I don't think so. Probably get out of here soon. Oh, hey there. Gotcha. Yeah. Alright. Lots of stuff. Like, damn. It's a lot though. I don't wanna get too far into it and get lost and then, you know, just be distracted. Exploring and stuff. I do want to take all this stuff that I found back to the surface. Yeah, look how much iron we have. It's phenomenal. Where are you? Are you up there? Zombie. Where did you go? Oh, there you are. Oi. Cool. Damn it, I wanted you to not fall down there, you know? Alright, I think I'm gonna head back up and then wrap up today's stream. It was good. We did a little bit of building, a little bit of exploring. It's kind of what I hoped this series would be like, you know? Just a balance of that sense of like wonder and adventure that I get from Minecraft, but also being able to build something really cool. So I feel like we're definitely on the right track now. We got lots of materials. We've made lots of progress with like the wall today. We have a good solid like outline going. Obviously we still need to tackle that for the castle, and that can probably just be a stream. Like, we could probably just do that next time actually. Just get it all done next stream, cutting down the trees and the rest of the outlines of the wall. Just get that done and out of the way, and then just start building things like one at a time. Like sections of the wall or buildings or something. And I just love the vibe of this little village. I feel like we need something over here too. I don't know what yet though. As for the design of the castle, I do still want to do Can you hear my dog running upstairs? As for the design of the castle itself, I still want to do... Oh, actually, I left the rest of my iron over here. I still want to do something magical, something that wouldn't exist in the real world. I want to have a section that's kind of floating, another section that does like a weird overhang. Yeah, just something that like you wouldn't be able to see in real life. Because, again, that's kind of what I really love about Minecraft, is just building something so outlandish and what just wouldn't exist in the real world. That is so cool. I think redstone is where I'm keeping all my rails for now. Oh, Minecraft with chests. I might try to build some farm at some point. We'll see. We'll see. It'll depend on like what I need and if it's feasible to do, but I will like if it's too complex and it would take about the same amount of effort to maintain as it would just to go caving, then I probably won't build it. But if it's like super efficient and like life-saving, then or I guess makes my life easier, then I'll probably do that, if that makes sense. I called it ites. I knew I had a chest with it in it. Oh, that's funny. I don't know where I put my dripstone. I know I went and got some at some point, because I'm pretty sure my brother was watching me that stream. I think. But, anyway. That can go in here. Keep that on me for now, and I'll keep this on me for now. Stone. Wood. Food. This can go here. Yeah, I don't have a spot for armor yet. That's fine. That's gonna go in our armor stand, I think. I was gonna put anything that's not enchanted on an armor stand. Yeah. Alright, well, all that is oops, doing its thing. Go back up here. And just take a look around at like what we've done so far. Like, we've got, you know, a barn, two like little houses. We have an interesting living lighthouse, which I think we're gonna dress that up to look a little different. There's another house over here, house here, the library there. We've got this cool like cave thing going on over here. Which, like, that's from way back on, like, one of my first episodes. We called it the Bat Cave because someone came in whose username was, like, the Batman or something like that. Yeah, you know what? It might be kind of cool if I build a stone bridge here, and then we have a tunnel go out that way. We can use the rails. And that would bring us... Actually, you know what? Here, let me see what the height is. Right here. 73, okay. It's not gonna be perfectly straight, but like, as straight as possible, you know. So if we were to build a tunnel, go straight out this way. It would probably end up coming out right around here. which could be interesting. Oh, and then there's the village right there. So if it comes out here, there's just a tunnel through here. Cut some stuff down. Maybe we can build... Oh, if it comes out this way... What if we built, what if we built another dock or something here, right? Goes out that way. Yeah, and then we can take our boat, and I theorize, like, it'll go this way. Is that it? Oh, it's not a ship. Oh, I was so excited for a second. I was like, we could explore that! I haven't really run around here, though. What's around here? Could we do something, like, to our advantage? I was kind of hoping there might be, like, a pit here, and I could turn it into what would look like an official mine. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I think that's there, and then over here's the tunnel. It comes up. We could do something here too. We could make it, we could put like fake, like an elevator platform, stuff like that. Make it look like an actual mine. Who knows? We could do something. Is that a bee? Oh, maybe we can make like a bee sanctuary type thing. And that's what the tunnel leads to. Who knows? Another field. We could even move the wheat field out of like that little town somewhere else. Like a windmill. Who knows? We can do something. And then this, yeah, this leads to like that little red clay. That's what I thought. And so I think that water comes around this way. And out that way is where we had our, we got our moss from. So maybe if we had on this side over here a dock, and then you can take the tunnel to our main city over there. There's a lot of potential with building stuff. Like even on this hill platform here, we could build another lighthouse. Although I think I'd redesign the lighthouse so it looks less like modern. Yeah, so it looks less modern. It's so cool. You can see the two like rooftops. Oh, I love it. That's what I wanted, was just from a distance you can see this colossal thing. Whoa. Well, that's dangerous. Yikes. No, thank you. Hello, bee. We need to do something with bees. And then, just look at that from afar. Oh, there we go. It's so good. It's just so pretty. Oh, and you can really tell that the vines have been growing and spreading. Yeah, it's really starting to look like overgrown and not quite abandoned, but like, I don't know, kind of castle in the sky vibes where, you know, it's been just like left alone and something has, like something automated has been taking care of it. Yeah. Hello, guy. How you doing? He's like, wee. I'm glad he likes his little, like, pit in the ground. Oh, this just looks so good. It's gonna look even better, because one day you're just gonna run up here and you're gonna see like a tower or something in the distance. Or even the anticipation of like running up the hills, and then, you know, you can see something over the bridge. Yeah, you'll see this little tower here, and then just over here will be this colossal thing. You'll go up and over the bridge. You know, as you get closer and closer to it, you know, it gets fuller into view until there's just something here. And it'll kind of resemble... Oh my god, look at all the monsters. We're just gonna go over here. And it'll kind of resemble this, but like maybe the same height, but it'll just feel bigger, you know, or at least wider. Anyway. All our work is coming together, which is awesome. And I'm really glad you guys are being like kind of chill and patient with me, and some of you pop in and out as you go and just check in on like progress and stuff. Ah, good times. No, now there's creepers here. Okay, I'll deal with that next episode. We'll watch that sunset for a little, or sunrise for a little bit. Hopefully nothing sneaks up on me. As I thank you guys so much for joining me today. Remember to drink some water if you haven't had any water to drink yet, and take care of yourselves. I will see you guys next time. Bye for now.